Hello everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. So I'm back today with the Thrift Store Haul number 11. This, of course, is the series where I share with you guys everything that I have found recently, or relatively recently, I guess, at my local thrift stores. So typically I will do like a full book haul, thrift store haul video, or I'll do a full movie version of this thrift store haul. But this time around, and I think going forward, at least for the next few here, because I already have them like stacked out, I'm gonna do some of both. And so you're gonna see some books in this one and some movies. Hopefully you guys are okay with that format. But basically, whenever I go to the thrift store and I purchase some things, they end up going into like this big pile I have over here, and then I randomly grab some movies or some books and I end up filming one of these thrift store haul videos. Well, this time around I ended up grabbing about 15 random DVDs, and then I broke up the book portion of it into different genres or what have you. And so today I'm going to be talking about all of the middle grade books that I found recently, plus, like I mentioned, those around 15 movies that I happen to find. And so I will try to timestamp it down below, so if you're only interested in one or the other, hopefully if I remember to do this, it'll be easier for you guys to find out or to click on which one you care about. But hopefully you'll stick around for the entire video, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. And if you do, give it a like down below. That really does help me out. But with that said, guys, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right in to Thrift Store Haul number 11. Okay, so let's get started with the books. And like I mentioned, this is all going to be middle grade books. So the first three here are completely random, but I was watching a collection tour on Cameron Chaney's channel, who is an excellent booktuber and an author. He wrote Autumn Crow, which I read last year and really enjoyed. It's a short story, horror anthology. Definitely recommend it, and definitely check out his channel. If you haven't, I will try to link him below if I remember. But anyway, he was showing off his Babysitter Club books, and I remember seeing those always when I was young. And it was kind of like the books that the girls read. The boys were reading Hardy Boys or Boxcar Children, which, you know, that's neither right nor wrong. It's just what was happening, how I remember it from my elementary school days. And so I never ended up reading any Babysitter Club books. And so when I was at the thrift store, I happened to come across a few. So I figured, why not? Give them a shot, see what they're all about. So I ended up grabbing The Babysitter's Club number 3, The Truth About Stacy. And these are written by Ann M. Martin. And then Babysitter's Club, what number is this? Number 2, this is Claudia and the Phantom Phone Call, so that one sounded interesting. And then finally, Babysitter Club number 9, this is The Ghost at Dawn's House. And so at least a couple of these sounded kind of maybe thriller-ish, horror-ish, and so I figured that would be a good starting point for me to check this series out. You can see this one is a newer printing of it, so that's a little bit disappointing, but it's what they had available at the thrift store. I should mention, like I always do, I pay about 50 cents each for these, and so I'm paying very little to add these to the collection, so I figured this would be a fun way to finally check out the Babysitter's Club after all these years. So again, we have book number, let me put these in a little bit of an order here. Book number 2, Claudia and the Phantom Phone Calls. Book number 3, The Truth About Stacy. And book number 9, The Ghost at Dawn's House. All from the Babysitter's Club. So hopefully I will enjoy these when I get around to them. And if nothing else, my daughter will like these eventually. So these are probably ones I will hold on to regardless. So 3 books from the Babysitter's Club. You guys know I'm a big novelization fan, and I love middle grade, so junior novelizations are right up my alley, and I happen to find like 4 of them here, it looks like. And so the first one here is Cars 2, the junior novelization. So of course this is just a middle grade version of Cars 2, which, you know, is already a family film anyway. But yeah, I love when it has the pictures in the middle. Awesome, very cool. Don't even look like they're stills from the movie, just kind of random character shots. But yeah, anyway, Cars 2, I've actually only seen the first in this franchise, and I liked it. I do want to continue it. I just haven't gotten around to it. So I found Cars 2. Let me see. So some of these, especially the ones with Disney, they hide who the actual author is, which is just annoying. But this one is Irene Trimble. So that's who wrote the novelization for Cars 2. And then sticking with Disney, I also found the novelization for, or the junior novelization for Toy Story 3, which of course I absolutely love. It is a fantastic movie. I still have yet to see Toy Story 4, which is ridiculous. ridiculous. But this one is adapted by Jasmine Jones. And so, yeah, Toy Story 3 is a fantastic movie. I'm really excited to check this one out. Let me see if there's pictures in this one. And there are. And these actually look like they're from the film itself, which is always cool. So, yeah, Toy Story 3. And then I guess I'll just keep going here with the junior novelizations. This next one is the Lego Movie junior novel. And let me see if I can find the author on this one. So this is a movie, this is adapted by Kate Howard, it looks like. So yeah, this is a movie that I really don't like, at least from what I've seen of it in the past. I used to put this on when I worked at Family Video, and Everything is Awesome is a fun song, but I just wasn't enjoying it. And so I do own it on 4K. I found it recently here, well, maybe sometime within the last year. And so I do want to revisit it because I want to give it another shot from beginning to end, just to see if I like it any better. But I've heard that like the subsequent ones from this are actually better, but I'm not going to pass up a junior novel, for 50 cents. Why would I do that? That'd be silly. So yeah, I was happy to find the Lego Movie, another one with big full page pictures here. So you gotta love that. Very cool. And then the last one I found is definitely the one I am most excited about. This is actually the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Special Edition movie novelization. And so this is really cool. This one is from, what year was this? I guess I don't even remember what year this was, but I believe it was the 2014 it looks like. So yeah, this is cool. And this one is adapted by Victoria Shelley. So I really enjoyed this movie. This is another one. Oh, this has like character bios on it. That's really cool. Heck yeah, I like that. That's really cool in the middle there. But this one you can actually see was like a little bit more, but I may have found this at the the 50% off sale that was going on at the time. But either way, hardcover, the only hardcover one I have here, but it says this deluxe retelling of the hit movie features 16 pages of full-color Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle images. So that's fantastic. Yeah, I was really happy to find this one. I think this was actually at Dollar Tree, because that's what that sticker is there, is from the Dollar Tree. But I ended up finding it at the thrift store, so even better. But yeah, really cool find. Like I said, I really like this movie, and I like the ones I've seen out of these. And so, yeah, this is fun. I love junior novelization, so I was able to add 4 to the collection thanks to the thrift store. Next up is a book from definitely a Goosebumps knockoff series. This is from Dead Time Stories. This is actually book number 1, which is really cool. This is Terror in Tiny Town, and these are written by A.G. Cascone. So this came out in 1996, so you definitely know it was taking advantage of the middle grade horror craze that Goosebumps created. So I definitely wanted to check this out. And I've actually seen these books previously at Second and Charles. I never picked them up before, but when I found it at the thrift store for super cheap, I wanted to grab it. But this one sounds really cool because there's basically this train set that this kid puts together. He has like a whole town set up there called Tiny Town, and he ends up bringing in this hobo character, and then things start going weird. So I think it's going to be like he's coming to life type of thing. So that reminds me very much of Slappy, which of course you guys know I'm doing my summer of Slappy right now. I'm in the middle of my last one for the summer right now, and so I just enjoy that kind of like theme or whatever you want to call it, that idea of a doll coming to life. And so really looking forward to checking this one out, and it's in surprisingly good shape for a book from 1996 that I found at the thrift store. So I was really happy to find Dead Time Stories, book number 1, Terror in Tiny Town, written by A.G. Cascone. The last middle grade book I ended up finding is from a series that I really enjoy, but it's been it's been like maybe 4 to 6 months now since I've read like the next book I needed to read in the series, which is actually the number 1 of this. This is Animorphs, but it's actually Megamorphs number 4, written by K.A. Applegate. So I've actually read up through, what would it be, like number 10, I think it is, 10 or 11. I think it's 10, and then enters Megamorph number 1 in like the continuity of it, I guess. And so I just haven't read that one yet. It's been sitting down here for me to read for the longest time. I just haven't picked it up. And so anyway, this was one of the Megamorphs books I needed, and so of course I found it for super cheap, so I ended up picking it up. So yeah, this one I don't really want to read about because I don't want any spoilers for what came before it. But it's a really cool, like, black and white cover. The step back, I guess it's not step back. It's, oh, look at this. I didn't even realize. Wow, how fancy. I love it. That's awesome. So yeah, just a really cool edition of this. So Animorphs Megamorphs number 4, written by K.A. Applegate. And that's the last book I grabbed. So let's jump on over now to the DVDs I found. So although the books did have a theme to them, all being middle grade, the movies have no rhyme or reason to them whatsoever. They just all happen to be movies that I found at the thrift store recently. And so in no particular order, the first one here is The Goods from 2009. And this stars Jeremy Piven here in the lead role, but it also has Ed Helms in this and Ving Rhames. And so has a really interesting cast. And it's one I remember like hearing about in the past. It might have been one I just remember seeing on DVD, but it looks pretty funny. It's going to be like a hard R comedy where I guess our main character is trying to sell like 200 cars in one weekend. And so he's just trying to basically screw people over to sell these cars. So it sounds funny. I'm hoping I'll enjoy it. Has a great cast. I'm definitely going to give it a shot. The Goods from 2009. Next up is a Scorsese film that I've always wanted to see. I know that this is relatively old at this point, but I know it was popular when it came out because it had Leonardo DiCaprio in it, and it was a Martin Scorsese film. So, but I've just never seen it. This is The Aviator, and this one is from when? I guess I should have looked that up beforehand. Wow, this is a long movie at 170 minutes, but it's from 2004, it looks like. But this is actually, and I will mention, this is the widescreen edition. I think I say this every time, but whenever I'm going, if it's not the original aspect ratio, so in most cases widescreen, then I don't even bother with it at all. It has to be original aspect ratio for me to pick it up. But what's cool about this is that it's actually a 2-disc set, so we have a bunch of special features included along with the full movie, which is really long, 2 hours and 50 minutes long. But yeah, so really looking forward to checking this one out. I know my dad does not watch movies much at all, but he really likes this movie. This is one that he sat down and watched and enjoyed, and so hopefully I will like this one. Heard a lot of great things, so I'm sure it's going to be pretty fun. The Aviator from 2004. Next up is a Will Ferrell comedy from 2011 that I feel like this one got some mixed reviews, but I love Will Ferrell, so I definitely want to give this a shot. This is Everything Must Go, and this is actually based on a short story written by Raymond Carver, so that's interesting. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I've heard mixed things about it. Probably not going to be the best, but Will Ferrell is hilarious at anything he does. He's just a really good actor, and so I'm hoping I'll like this one. I guess that he loses his job and his wife on the same day, so everything goes in the front yard. I guess he's trying to sell things. I don't know. It's going to be crazy, and it's going to be Will Ferrell, so that's good enough for me. Everything Must Go from 2011. This next one is also based on a book, but not a short story. This is based on a full-length novel by Charles Dickens. This is Great Expectations. And I think this one was from 1997, but it has an incredible cast. You have De Niro in here, Anne Bancroft, Gwyneth Paltrow, Ethan Hawke in your lead roles. And so, yeah, this one should be pretty great. You can see there, Siskel and Ebert gave it 2 thumbs up, so there's that. That's always good. Yeah, but of course, based on the Dickens novel, which I've never read before, and frankly, probably never will, just knowing my tastes, but we'll watch the movie and see if that one's any good or not. So, Great Expectations from, I believe, 1997. Here's a random one that we used to watch in my choir class for whatever reason. I don't know, but I always liked it. It's a good movie. This is Center Stage from 2000. And so basically this is about a group of dancers. I think the American Ballet Company. And it's just kind of the trials and tribulations of trying to be the best. And it's powerful. It's a good, well done movie. And so I wanted to add it to the collection because it's been a long time since I've seen it, probably since high school since I've seen it. So yeah, this is a really good one that I was happy to find. Center Stage from 2000. Here's a movie from 2007 with Robin Williams, Man of the Year. And this one sounded really interesting because basically Robin Williams' character, well, first off, Robin Williams is an amazing actor. But second, his character is actually a comedian in the movie, and he decides to run for president. And so it's kind of his run for presidency to see if he wins or not. So yeah, I don't know, should be pretty interesting. It's kind of, I don't know, kind of you can relate it to what we've been through recently with our current times. And so very intrigued to see how this one is. Man of the Year, and this one is from 2007. Here is a classic from 1966. I never owned this one before, but now I have the Ultimate Edition. It is on DVD only, but that's okay. This is How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And this is the original one with what Boris Karloff, I believe, is the voice in this. And this is just a fantastic movie. It's short, but it's really good. I now can watch this anytime I want, which is fantastic. So the special, you can see, I'm not going to read them off here, but there are just a ton of special features on there, which is included in this Ultimate Edition. So I thought this was a really lucky find. Very happy to finally have Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas in the collection. Here's a really fun one, and it actually came with the slipcover, which is cool, but this is Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and I don't know what year this was, I guess. I should have looked at that. 2005, it looks like. But this is an action movie with just two beautiful people, and that's kind of, what the premise is. Like, they are this happily married couple, but they both happen to be spies, and they don't know it, and then eventually they have to take each other out, or that's what the mission calls for, and so that's where it goes, I guess. That's where it takes off. And it's just a lot of fun. It is just filled with action. I can think of like the initial shootout scene. It's just a blast to watch. This is one, frankly, I should eventually upgrade this to Blu-ray, which I probably will, but I'm not going to pass it up for 50 cents when I don't have it in my collection. This is one my wife really loves, this one too. So yeah, very happy that I was able to add Mr. and Mrs. Smith to the collection for super cheap. I was really surprised when I looked and I found out I did not have this movie in my horror collection already, but this is from 2004. This is Wolf Creek. And this is supposed to be based on a true story of an Australian serial killer. I don't know his real name, but yeah, this is a bloody, gruesome movie that I really liked the first time I've seen it. And I don't think I've watched this since then. So I've only seen this movie once, but I really enjoyed it. And so I'm definitely going to check this one out again. I actually still need to check out the TV series that is based off of this movie as well. I've heard really good things. I haven't sat down to watch it. So I need to do that. But first, I'm going to rewatch this, and then I can jump over to the TV series once I find that. So yeah, really cool find. Wolf Creek from 2004. A really just gritty, good horror movie. I love that one of the special features listed on this disc is that it includes an exclusive Knight's Tale 3D screensaver on the DVD-ROM. This is A Knight's Tale from 2001, I think it said. Yeah, 2001. But this is Heath Ledger, and I love this movie. This is another one. I've only seen it once, but I really enjoyed it when I watched it, and Heath Ledger is just fantastic in this. Yeah, so this was a great find. I almost picked this up when I was on vacation, because I found it for, I don't know, a few bucks on DVD while I was on vacation. But I'm glad I waited because I was able to find it for 50 cents here. So much happier than paying $3 for it. So A Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger, a really good one from 2001. So this is a really dumb movie, but it's funny. I laughed. It's not going to be for everybody, and I totally respect that. But this is Corky Romano with Chris Kattan, and he's playing like this kind of the outcast son in this mobster group or this mafia group, whatever they are. And he's tasked with trying to infiltrate the FBI, and things just kind of go crazy from there. It's just a stupid comedy, but I think it's done pretty well. It's a lot of fun, and so I was happy to find this one and add it to the collection. So Corky Romano, just a fun kind of like fish out of water comedy. The fact that Harold Ramis directed this movie kind of blows my mind. I didn't realize that until recently when I watched it for the second time and really enjoyed it. But this is year one. And like I said, directed by Harold Ramis, which is really cool. But you have Jack Black in here and Michael Cera, who I love both of them. I think they are hilarious. And this movie is just really funny. I really enjoyed this one. Another one, just kind of dumb humor, but it's done really well in my opinion. And again, I know comedy is so divisive. So, a lot of people probably hate this one, but I think this one is a ton of fun. So, year one, which is exactly what you think it is, like a caveman comedy from Harold Ramis. So, you have a good idea what to expect there. But yeah, really funny movie with Jack Black and Michael Cera, year one. I feel like this random pile that I grabbed has a bunch of movies with big name stars in it, and this one is no different. This is a Nicolas Cage film, and it feels very fitting for this pile, but this one is The Family Man from 2001. This is actually one that I've not seen before. I've only seen bits and pieces of it because my wife really likes this one, and so she's watched it before, but I've not seen it, and so I'm looking forward to watching it from start to finish. I believe, basically, like he ends up falling into this other like person's life essentially, and where he has wife and kids and things like that, where he's a bachelor in the other life. And so yeah, very interested to see how this one plays out. I love Nicolas Cage, so I'm sure this one's going to be a lot of fun. From 2001, The Family Man with Nick Cage. I'm really looking forward to this next one because this should be a ton of fun. This has Steven Seagal and Ja Rule from 2003, Half Past Dead. So I guess this one follows Alcatraz. Like there is an inmate that's on Alcatraz scheduled for the electric chair, but he has a secret worth like $200 million. And so all these people are trying to basically find out that secret before he dies. So it should be a lot of fun. Just looks like a crazy kind of all-out action film, which I am here for. So Half Past Dead with Ja Rule and Steven Seagal. That's just fun. I can't wait to watch this one. The last one for this haul is actually a remake, which I didn't even realize until just now, but it's a remake of the 1973 film, The Day of the Jackal. This is The Jackal, and it also has some big name stars in here. From 1998, we have Bruce Willis, Richard Gere, and Sidney Poitier in this. And so I guess this one is Bruce Willis is playing this assassin who is supposed to be taking down this high-ranking member of the government, but I'm guessing the other two are trying to stop him. And so, yeah, should be just a good action thriller, and I've heard really good things about this, and so now I'm excited because I didn't know it was a remake. I love remakes, and so I really would like to check out the original first, but I don't own that one, so I'll probably just end up jumping to this. But yeah, anyway, this is a really cool find, and the last one from this haul, The Jackal from 1998. All right, so there they are. Thrift store haul number 11. And I have at least like 4 more piles over there to go through eventually here. And so I won't do them all back to back, of course, but you might see a few more than normal over the next month or two, just because I want to get those out and into my collection. And so I might end up doing these a little bit more frequently. But let me know down in the comments below, have you read any of these books? Probably not, because they're all middle grade. But have you seen any of these movies? Probably, because they're pretty big names. So let me know what I should prioritize down in the comments below, and let me know if there's anything in here that might not be worth my time, so I can push that to the bottom of the list. You guys always give me great recommendations, so thank you so much for leaving all of those comments down below. As always, if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a like down below. That really does help me out. And like I always say, I don't just talk books or movies, I talk all things media. Be it books, movies, graphic novels, manga, collectibles. If it's media related, I'm interested in it. And if you are too, well, you might consider subscribing. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.